All right, I'm just checking it out, making sure everything's looking all right. It's good to be back in the house, the YouTube house. Eventually, I'm going to be getting my feet wet with this. I I got a little bit. How can I say it? I guess around 2015, I got a little bit crazy with. I don't know, seeing what I saw from 2001, and all I can say is I'm about ready to fight again. Getting back here on YouTube. I got Shelly back there helping me. What's up, Spirit in the Sky? I hope you can hear me. Let me know if you can. Uh, I'm not going to be doing this right this second for much longer, but I'm getting this. It's good to see you, sweetheart. Um, good, good. I'm glad you can hear. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and I'm even battling on TikTok, getting smashed off there all the time. And I do know that most of you know me as the fat guy trying to lose weight, loving his children and wife, and doing my cooking and painting and trumpet videos. But I just have to say, hopefully you guys will like, follow, subscribe, share. I'm rebuilding, getting my activism going. So if you follow me on those platforms, you'll see that I'm a lion. I got the lion's den, and all I care about is our constitutional freedoms aren't ruined. I don't care what anybody does in their house. I don't care what anybody does, you know, that makes them feel good, whether it's outside or inside their soul. But I don't like it politicized, and it's a war of attrition right now. And patriots are certainly going to have to completely, completely rally. Um, I'm going to try also. Yes, I'm glad you agree. Frankly, I'm glad you're still watching because I haven't done YouTube. I would say in the last 6 to 7 years, after spending 6 years on it, I probably only did it 3 or 4 times a year because both my children were, one started through high school and now in college, and now the other one's in high school. And I definitely devoted more of my focus on being around family. I even dropped out of playing live music, and I just know, yes, it is a fight for sure. And I want to make sure that Spirit, and let me know your first name again because I'm terrible. I know you guys know I'm Harry. I've met so many amazing people over the last 4 years. Julie, thank you, Julie. Thank you. Wavoo. I'm wavoo. Um, I'm not a crazy activist. All I care about is transparency. We are the people that I don't even understand how people forgot this. First of all, it's not a democracy. All right. Democracy is basically voting and people talking, but we're a republic. We're a republic, and we put the people up there to protect us. And I know this is just a test, but now you got me. I see there's 3 viewers. So now you got me talking just a little bit, knowing that whether you like Trump or not, whether you hate Biden or not, if the proof of Ohio isn't in the cards that there's people in the deep state that hate us, that don't want us to be free, that doesn't mean I don't think they're going to put us in camps or anything. Maybe they will. But I do know they want full complacency. They don't want the vote to count anymore. They want to put the people in that they feel uh, are in the oligarchy. So, that being said, transparency on my Twitter. You'll see at BFES56 on Twitter. You'll see if you read my bio intro. Um, I think we need a full blown new election system for a president that the people know. And let me make sure, being as I'm on camera, if the other team wins, if I know that the people of America voted well and voted with their hearts, and my team didn't win, uh, I would go along with it. but they politicized it so much and restricted the transparency. They do want to suppress the free, Julie. It, and Julie, just so you know, I did my first reaction video too. If you check on here, the guy that got me into all this was Paw Paw, and it was his wine making. So what I did was I made sure that um, when I first got back on here, I would do a reaction video and let people know I'm going to build up a list. Right, right. I mean, he's the one. I don't know if you remember, like 8, 9 years ago, 10 years ago, we all used to, get on these live chats, and everybody would, your little faces would be up there, and we'd just talk and have fun and meet people, man. And it was Paw Paw that, I had his phone number. We would talk, and you know, he really told me to get my face out there and do it. Don't worry about nothing. And so I did a reaction video to his wine making, because I did it. I made the wine. I made his wine, and it was delicioso. It was perfecto. It was so good. It tasted like a Merlot. And the funny thing was, I was into Merlot at the time, and I said in the video that one of my son's friend's dad came over, and I was out on the porch with a little bit of. Hey, you know what? I noticed, Julie, you have a wrench still. That's fantastic. Hopefully you show up, because guess what, Julie? You're the first one watching. It says two are watching. I don't know who the other one is, but please, if you see me go up live, I'm going to do it very basic too. I'm not going to do it with all these crazy. Well, who knows what I'll grow into? But it was so funny. This guy comes over, and I had a glass of wine, and he's like, "Ah, you're a wine drinker." I said, "Yeah, you want a glass?" He's like, "Sure." So I went back there, and I told him too. I was like, "It's kind of like a really good Merlot," and he's like, "Fine, I like that. We like red wine at home anyway." So I'm like, "Oh, crapola, let's see what he says." So I go back there, I pour him a glass, and I come out, and we shoot the poop, and he tastes it, and he's like, "Oh, this is really good." I mean, I'm not getting like a there's familiar notes, but what brand is it? And I said, it's my brand. He said, no, it's not. I said, yeah, it is, man. It's really, I just made it at home in about 3 weeks, and I got it off the internet from this guy, Paw Paw, man. So to introduce myself back to YouTube, I figured the best way to do it is go way back to my first roots. And, you know, there we are. Maybe next week I won't have this, or maybe I'll grow it even longer, but I'm going to be changing up, I believe. I no, the Coast Guard base. That was I happened to get in there. That was of course, it wasn't military for me. We were just the regular folk, and we would take care of as the troops would come into a home. We would make sure it was ready and bounce a quarter on the bed and all that stuff. But when they moved out, we also helped them get out. But then I would run into a punch out list and take care of managing the materials and the crews. So unfortunately, when I got there, I was about 1 month, or no, I was about half a year before the new contracts came up. And when I got hired, there used to be five. And then when I came in, there was only four people that worked for it, as far as in the office, not the crew, not the guys that went out and did the work. And when it was all in house, we probably had about 12 guys, maybe two crews of, cleaning, two crews of carpentry, and maybe two guys that did HVAC. And then there was the four of us in the office that would manage everything. And my job was to make a punch out list and then go out and make sure we either had that stuff or I had to order it in. Or if guys would walk in and say they need something special, I was like in charge of quality insurance, and parts and materials and whatnot. So unfortunately, when the new company won the bid, they cut it to three. They only wanted three people in the office. Guess who was lowest man on the totem pole? That would have been me. So I got left go by that. Then I went on to an insurance company where I'd go out. Sorry about shaking the camera. I went to an insurance company and went out and did photographs of properties and did all the measurements for the exterior, or I would do a meeting with the people and do the interior. And that was just pretty much a checkup Sometimes there was foreclosures, sometimes there was weather damage. But if something was like hanging off the roof, I would report that. I had to take, specific pictures, do specific measurements. Like I even did like the footprint, so I could tell you like in this square was the living room type thing. This was the bathroom, all that. So anywho, and then I went on to semi sort of retirement. I'm in the middle of figuring out what I do. So the last 2 summers, I've been going out with my daughter's coach from basketball and doing lawns. Which I would have, if you would have asked me 5 years ago, am I ever going to do lawns? No, that ain't happening. And then because we had a property management and maintenance company for like 20 years, and I did so many lawns and roofs and siding and everything and cleaning up and snow remove everything. We did it all. And if you would, I would have went to cooking again if you asked me. But I was stuck in Florida for about 11, 12 months and without family. It was during COVID, 2019 into 2020. It was crazy. I turned 50 and there I was without seeing my wife and kids for 11 months. So I'll have plenty of stuff I could talk about with that later. But yeah, I've been doing that the last 2 years, and we're about ready to look into a property. We've been house hunting for our forever home, and I'll know. I have a feeling we're probably going to be moving about 20 to 25 miles away. Um, as long as it stays, like my wife works at high school, she runs the kitchen there, and she's probably going to be moving into management and taking care of other schools kitchens too. So, and she's been there about 5, 6 years, and she's moved up really quick. Uh, well, I'm 54 now, so I'll bet you I look older than you. And you know what? Once you're past 50, you really, you really get your eyes open up to what you could have done and what these kids are doing today. And to be honest, when I was stuck down there in Florida, I really went inside my head, inside my heart, uh, tried to work with my demons and make sure I could like reinvent myself a little bit. And still, it take every day you got to reinvent. Every day you got to work on the same exact plan you set. And what's that? If I could have a beard to hide my sagging neck, well, look, I guess mine. I can't tell, but I don't know if I. You're going to see me probably in a month or two. I'll be bald and nothing on my face, a whole different me. And if you go back and look in some of my videos, I thought about starting a new YouTube channel, but in a way, I kind of feel like the transparency of seeing who I was when I was, what I was doing, is kind of a good thing. We'll see how that works. It doesn't matter. I'll probably be able to maybe start another YouTube channel to kind of direct my activism towards it. But for now, I'm going to use this place. And I hope and pray that if you get a chance, tell some of my old friends, your friends, people we connect with, that I'm trying to come back. So if you see me, stop in, say hello. If I go live, I don't know if you want to give me information in my back door here to connect with you a little bit different. If you want to be on Twitter together, or if you want to be on Instagram together, let me know that information. And all you guys out there too, when you see this on the replay, you're going to watch me. You're going to watch me blossom again. And all I care about is our patriots. And I don't mean patriots even by people that serve, because I love them dearly too. Veterans, I always say, kiss, love, hug a veteran. All right, because they fight for you, they fought for you, they died for you, and they're still fighting for you, and they still will die for you. And I'm totally against them dying for us right now because it's in the wrong reasons. But the World War II, Korean, Vietnam guys, all them and ladies, also the ladies, I just love you guys, and I didn't serve, so it's a huge. It's a weight on my shoulders because I had the opportunity to go into the Air Force and I missed it. I chose partying and rock and roll over that, and I should have went in. But there isn't nothing good about. Yeah, I don't know if there's even. Yeah, you know what? I don't want to. I don't. Everything is who you surround yourself with. So if you're careful, one thing I can say, one of the best things I can say, is a really good app is Twitter, to just be able to DM. Like, let's just say I'm going to go live. I'm going to pop that on Twitter and I got 46,000 people, 45,000 people, I think, on Twitter now. And if I not and the rule of thumb is about 10%. So if you have 1,000 followers, about 10% of them, 100, are going to average, until you become super popular. But you can always depend on about 100. So if you have 10 followers, maybe one is going to stop in. And yeah, thank you. Yeah, I really built up Twitter. Yes, my Twitter is the Lions, Tigers, Cheetahs, and Pumas dens, and I'm going to turn them over to other people to run. But like the Lions Den is for voter ID and election transparency. The Tigers Den is for term limits. The Cheetahs Den is for wokeness, and the Pumas Den is for no CRT and the teachers unions. I love teachers, but I feel like the number one thing we can do to make sure. Thank you. It was work. It was work. I lost in 2019. I lost 22,000 followers. I got knocked off by Twitter. They took me out, not for being anything but straight white, uh, conservative Republican person that wanted truth. I've never got negative against people. The most negative thing I can say that I came up with was leftoids, other than deep state that other people made up. But if you're a leftoid, you just have TDS, and TDS equals, you know, FJB. So, like I said, I'm nervous to come back. It's a commitment to come back. My family has been totally waiting for me to do this because I haven't really done it the way I can maybe someday monetize. Someday I'd like to be on one of the news stations or start doing collaborations with people that are in the same mind as me and the people that follow us. So it's going to be a journey. And I thank you. I thank you for popping in. I can't wait to also see some of the any of the friends that we used to have. I want to bump into them. Too many people to think of, but you happen to be the first. So I'm going to write that down, Julie. You were the one that stayed in and listened and talked to me, and I won't forget that. Uh, you're right on there. So you got your a wrench there. Keep it, um, and hopefully you can come in and beat some people down. Could you imagine if all our vets who have passed came back? Oh my God! Oh my God! It'd be the second coming. Oh my God! Now, that's a great question. I could take that question right now on Twitter, and that would blow up. I could do a poll and say, blah blah blah, like what you just said, and then have a couple answers. Yeah, they would freak the hell out. They First of all, they would just question, what was I really fighting for? That's what would scare them. That would. Could you imagine? And could you imagine if they came back and they knew, not just come back like you were falling asleep and you wake up 20 years later and there's cars or there's cell phones. They come back with all the good knowledge. Oh, yeah, it would hit the fan. It would hit the fan. I got it right here. So here we go. I got it right here. Let me go to Twitter. It'll take me a second, but I'll show you. I can do it. I can do this. All right, Twitter. All right. Oh, I am 45,000, so that's good. Uh, Here's my profile. All right. Now I've been there for a good long time. It's probably in reverse. I don't know. All right. So I'm gonna put it up. Maybe I'll even share it. Maybe I'll even share that a little later. Um, all right. So what did you say? Could you imagine if all our vets who have passed came back? Okay. Could you imagine if all of our vets who have passed came back today with all the knowledge of truth? Question mark. I got my light in there, but you can see I wrote it. Now I'm going to send it. Oh, let me put one of my, here we go. I'll find something I can put up there that looks good as a picture. Oh, here we go. Here's a good picture. All right, so I put that up. What that says, by the way, is if 50 states have 50 sets of voting laws, how do we elect one president without 50 shades of illegal play? I mean, think about that. Let that one cook in your head for a minute, right? So here we go. I'm going to send that. And when the little, there it is. Okay, so maybe I'll share that. So who knows who's going to say to it. Again, remember, out of 45,000 people, what's 10%? 450. So we'll see what happens. I mean, some of the people that followed me a year ago probably don't even see me in their algorithms, but we did it. So that's cool. I'm the biggest cat at BFES56. Let's see. I have how many? Okay, hold on. All right. I just wanted to make sure everything was set. Clear out of that. All right. So anyway, Julie, thank you. What's this? The Confederates will get their flags back for sure. Absolutely. You know what? If they come back, right, and they met their maker, let's just, no matter what you guys believe, if there's a maker or not, and I don't care, whether it's, Protestant, Christian, Jewish, it doesn't matter. I'm all good with that. If the people that died for us met their maker, they're going to see the truth that even maybe the Civil War wasn't necessarily, we are the human race. So really there shouldn't be man-made racial segregations, but we all have the same blood. It doesn't matter. So we are totally the human race. I also believe in the reverse racism theory that the communistic, Marxist people that are up in the deep state want us to fight each other. That way they're doing their thing and we're busy fighting each other. Even Shelly's like, she's like, yeah, you know what? You boring me, Dad. But yeah, I totally agree. Probably the Confederates will come back and just say, flag or no flag, we should all just been together and chill. And prosperity, if you read the Constitution, we're all equal and we can all prosper and we're all free to do it and do it in our own domain. Just don't hurt one another. Don't steal from, cheat, whatever. Don't maim another person. Don't kill. All that Constitution and the yeah, Shelly, she's my baby girl. My aunt passed not two, about a year plus ago, and Shelly's a Northeast Philly girl, so she's learning how to be a Wildwood Beach dog now. So all that's cool. So I totally love you, and if you can spread the word, spread this, resubscribe, all of you. But Julie, thank you. I appreciate everything, every minute that you just gave me to talk a little bit. And hopefully you'll be back on the next one. We'll grow together. All right. Kiss, love, hug a veteran. They do it for you. Take care.